Okay, so our next chapter is Desire in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If you're new here, I'm actually doing a series where we're going to go through each chapter in this book. So like and follow, and let's get better together. So this first part goes over Edwin C. Barnes and how he got his wish. But it wasn't just a wish, though. It was a burning desire to go into business with the great inventor, Thomas A. Edison. You see, he didn't care where he started at because he knew his end result was to be what he desired. The chapter then goes on to talk about a great warrior that loaded up all his men and went to another country. He then unloaded the men and the equipment and ordered them to burn the ships. He then tells his men, "You see the boats going up in smoke? That means we cannot leave these shores alive unless we win. We now have no choice. We win or we perish." They won. The chapter then goes on to talk about Marshall Field and how he was faced with the Chicago fire and everybody else decided to move out. And he pointed out and decided that I am going to build the world's greatest store right there. He could have easily walked away just like everybody else did, but he saw something and he had a desire, and that's what made him successful. Napoleon then comes up with a method which desires for riches can be transmuted into its financial equivalent. He says it's 6 definite practical steps. He said, first is fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Second is determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Third is establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. Fourth is create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. Fifth is write out a clear, concise statement. And then sixth, he tells you to read your written statement aloud twice daily. He actually states that he got these steps from Andrew Carnegie. He talks about a couple presidents like Abraham Lincoln, and he talks about all the cities and the skyscrapers and Christopher Columbus and Henry Ford. He also mentions the Wright brothers and Marconi. He goes through countless people talking about how many of them had the desire and did what they did. And he goes on and on. He's got so many different examples in here. He's got a bold quote in here. He says, "There's a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it." He explains we've got to have the right mindset in order to receive what we want. There's a great poem in here too. It goes, "I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you've set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for menial's hire, only to learn in dismay that any wage I asked of life would have willingly paid." Next, he goes to talk about his son and how he was born without any hearing. But Napoleon refused to believe that. And he pushed and pushed and pushed, never accepting no for an answer. He claims that his desire and his son's desire to hear both made it where he ended up hearing without it physically being possible. He gives credit to God and his unwavering desire that his child would be able to hear and speak correctly. The story is great. You really should read it. He states that Mother Nature bends to the will of a desire. He begins to wrap it up by stating that he wishes to convey the thought that all achievement, no matter what may be its nature or purpose, must begin with an intense burning desire for something definite. I'm going to go ahead and stop there, and I strongly encourage you to read this. This is a great book, but it's up to you. But if you want to continue to follow along, please like and share or follow, and I would be happy to continue going through this book with you. Thank you.